So you might not know this about me, but I come from a really big family. I have 12 siblings, so there's 13 of us in all. 7 are adopted and 6 biological. And 4 of my adopted siblings have Down syndrome. This is Janie, Sammy, Agnes, and Rosie. And they are why I wanted to get into the business of helping people plan for their loved ones who have special needs. Now, because adoption and special needs have been such a big part of my life, I want to talk a little bit about that today. Hi, my name is Elizabeth, and for all the best information on special needs planning, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to make sure that you're alerted every time that I post new videos. There are up to 134,000 children with special needs awaiting their permanent homes. Now, in this context, special needs refers to a characteristic that would make a child hard to place. That could be because of disabilities, age, racial or ethnic background. And they estimate that about half of those children have developmental disabilities. Adopting a child with special needs is similar to adopting a child without special needs, but with some added challenges and rewards. When you're adopting any child, it requires a considerable amount of reflection, discussion, research, and soul searching. Now, when you're adopting a child with special needs, it's important to really understand why you want to adopt a child with special needs and what life will look like once you have adopted them. Can you afford it? Do you have the support of from your family and friends? And how are you going to take care of yourself? Because if you are unwell or drained, whether that's physically or emotionally or both, you're not going to be able to provide the care that your child is going to desperately need. Now, almost all adoptive parents wonder if they're going to be able to afford the adoption. I looked into it, and the average cost for adoption is $43,000. My jaw dropped when I saw that number. Now, for parents who are in the process or looking to adopt a child with special needs, there are subsidies that will help to offset some of the adoption costs. Now, like many things, these vary from state to state. And since I'm in Michigan, I'm going to talk about the Michigan subsidy. But if you have any questions about your state, don't hesitate to contact me. So the eligibility requirements for Michigan are that the child is under the age of 18, the biological parents have terminated their rights, and one of the following. The child has or is eligible for SSI based on a disability determined by the Social Security Administration. The child could have a difficulty of care determination. The child is 3 years of age or older. The child is being adopted by a relative. The child is being adopted to join a sibling who has already been adopted, or the child is a member of a sibling group where at least one member of the sibling group is eligible just all by themselves as an individual. And then lastly, the adoptive parents have to sign an agreement saying that they need the support to be able to finalize the adoption. Adoption assistance is going to start the day the child is put up for adoption, as long as the adoptive parents and the director have signed the assistance agreement, or if the assistance agreement has been signed or was signed after the adoption placement, but before the adoption is confirmed, the assistance will start as soon as the agency staff has signed the document. Now, typically the assistance will only continue until the child has turned 18, but there are a few exceptions. For children receiving the Title IV-E subsidy, the subsidy can be extended until the age of 19 if they have a disability that warrants the extension. Or if the child is not receiving the Title IV-E subsidy, but is in school, the subsidy can be extended until the age of 19, or when the child graduates high school or a GED program, whichever comes first. Finally, if the child was adopted at the age of 16 or 17, the subsidy could be extended up to the age of 21 if they are in school or in job training, or a couple of other things. But it is important to know that the parents need to file that extension at the age of 18 for that to be extended to their 21st birthday. Now, I mentioned the program Title IV-E a few times, and what this is it's a program that provides funds to states to reimburse foster parents or adoptive parents of children that have special needs. Now, once a child with special needs is adopted, it's important for the parents to review their estate planning and then address any issues such as guardianship or long-term financial support. Adopting a child with special needs can be challenging, yes, but it brings with it so many blessings. I mean, personally, I would not be the person I am today without my little sisters. Janie was the maid of honor in my wedding, and the other girls were my flower girls. I volunteered at their classes and their extracurricular activities growing up. And just the other day, I went to go visit my family, and all 4 of them came running up to me and wrapped their arms around me. They exude love, and I feel really lucky to have them in my life. I hope that you found this information to be helpful. And while there are some general basics when it comes to special needs planning, it's important that you speak to somebody who has specialized knowledge in the area of special needs planning for a more individualized approach. Now, if you like this information, make sure that you hit that notification bell and that subscribe button to make sure that you're notified every time that I post new videos. And if you really liked what you heard today, make sure that you hit that or click on that link below to become a client so we can start putting together your overarching financial strategy with your special needs plan. Because remember, planning for your loved one's future today makes for a confident tomorrow.